Hello, everybody. Today I want to hop on and address the Tatis suspension situation. As you may or may not know, I'm a huge Tatis fan. I have been since he was a prospect, and this is a tough day. I wanted to sleep on it before I talked about it. Started up a live stream yesterday, didn't know about the news, and people just started bombarding the chat. And I didn't know what to think about it. I didn't even want to think about it at the time. I didn't have the facts straight. I had no clue. So I wanted to gather some facts, sleep on it, and then address it. A lot of people want to know my thoughts and feelings. The biggest word, the best word to describe it is just disappointed. And that's obvious. Everybody has said that in the Padres organization, just disappointed. I don't know a better word to describe it. One thing after another with this kid, and there are so many layers of how this affects me personally and just baseball fans in general. I mean, from a baseball standpoint, there are 5 key areas that I can think of that I wanted to outline here. One would be as a baseball fan, 2 as a Padres fan, 3 as a Tatis fan, 4 as a baseball card fan, and 5 as a Tatis baseball card fan and collector, heavy collector. I can say that I've been going through the stages of grief, and I don't know exactly where I'm at right now. Denial, definitely went through denial. Anger, got mad, not outwardly, more inwardly. Super frustrated and angry. Bargaining. I'll tell you about some of the funny bargains that went on in my head about the whole situation. Depression, maybe a little bit, and then acceptance. I don't know if I'm that far in yet to the depression or acceptance standpoint. But we can start out by talking about baseball in general. How does this affect baseball? Baseball's bigger than Tatis. If he disappeared, baseball would go on. It would continue. It would be fine. But from a marketing standpoint, Tatis has been the face of baseball the last few years. And rightfully so. He's exciting. He's got $1 million smile. The passion and the love of the game is great. A lot of people have that, but also being one of the best players in the league and having all that passion, it combines for just this supernova of entertainment and joy. So from a baseball standpoint, baseball has been through a lot over the years and has always overcame and prevailed. It goes all the way back. 1919 Black Sox scandal. There are so many things that Pete Rose betting on baseball. There are so many things that people don't even remember that happened in baseball. This is nothing for baseball. So from that standpoint, that's fine. You can just move on with your life. Think of all the things that the Astros cheating scandal. It's like one thing after another for baseball, like another black eye, over and over. The steroid era, the 1994 strike, the owners were colluding against the players and they got caught. And then there was the strike. It was another black eye. The Boston iWatch thing, does everybody remember the St. Louis Cardinals organization hacked the Astros computer? This was before the Astros cheating scandal. Hacked the minor league scouting department. There was the Pittsburgh drug trials where Keith Hernandez said like 40% of all major leaguers were using cocaine. And just brush that under the rug. There's so many things that have happened, and baseball overcomes it and prevails and moves on. So from a baseball standpoint, I don't think this is that big of a deal. Padres, number 2, from a Padres fan standpoint. Big Padres fan. But the love of the Padres grew from Tatis, from my love of Tatis, I still think the Padres can win it all. The odds went from like plus 1,000 to plus 1,800 over this deal. So they dropped significantly. They still have multiple superstars on the team. Their starting rotation can go up against anybody. One of the best in the league, if not the best starting five in the league. You know, they got Hader, one of the best closers. He's had some struggles lately, but Manny and Soto, they can carry this team and all the other players they got. So I'm not worried about the Padres. They haven't had them all season, and they're doing just fine. From a Tatis love standpoint, number 3, a Tatis fandom standpoint, it hurts big time. It hurts the heart. It kind of sucks the joy out of collecting a little bit. But the best part is there's other players. We'll get to that in a minute. But as far as Tatis goes, the respect has dropped. My respect for him has fallen off a cliff. I still respect his love of the game, his passion, his ability, but he's either very stupid or he's a lying cheater. Either way, respect goes down big time. Can he overcome? Yes, he's a young kid. He's made a lot of mistakes already. He can overcome it. But my thought is, one of my first thoughts is, where are the people around this kid? Yeah, he's a man. He's a grown man at 23 years old, but he's still a kid. Where is the guidance and the leadership? Where's his dad? Where are these people trying to guide him along? He's a kid, just got $300+ million. He's going to make mistakes. You got to have some people around him helping him out with these decisions. I want to know more details. How did he get a hold of this stuff? Is he just, and the class ball, whatever he got busted for, and then he comes out and says that it was for ringworm? That's not used for ringworm. I feel like that was just a lie. I'm not a doctor. I don't know all the details. But that's an anabolic steroid, not a topical anti-inflammatory type of steroid, an anabolic steroid. Unacceptable. It just super disappointed about Tatis in general, but he'll be back. He can overcome this. But what I want to see is that he spends the next year, or half a year, however long, honing his game in the gym, becoming better in the cages, live. I don't know. He's got to be better. He's got to be the best. He's got to come out of this and be the best there is, the best there's ever been. That's the mindset he should have. And if he doesn't have that mindset, which I hope he's not resting on his laurels. Can't rest on your laurels at this point, buddy. He's disappointed so many millions of people. Can you imagine being in that locker room? Being his teammates? I feel bad for his teammates, his organization, coaches, everybody who put faith in him. He needs to come out with something better than a written statement. I don't know what it's going to take, but it's going to take a lot for people to get over this. The stupidity, I don't know if it's ignorance or a cheating mindset or what it is, but super disappointed. From a baseball card standpoint, number 4, it's really tough. It's really tough from a baseball card standpoint. He helped revitalize the baseball card collecting community. For me personally, baseball cards grew in my heart partly because of Tatis. I don't know what percentage, say 25%, 50%, maybe 25%. So it's not the end of the world. Thinking about the people who own a lot of his cards and invested a lot of money, for me, it's not a problem. Don't feel bad for me. I don't buy anything I can't afford for it to be worth nothing. And I've said that over and over throughout the years. Don't buy any cards unless you can afford for them to be worth $0. $0. from a speculation standpoint, if you're speculating in cards, it's a risky business. You shouldn't be speculating in baseball cards. You should only buy what you can afford to lose. So I'm not concerned about myself, but if, other people have like blown their life savings hoping that they'll be worth tons of money, that's unfortunate. I can't help but think from a Tatis collecting standpoint, in particular, number 5, how that affects potential wealth of people, I guess, but it's fake wealth. So if you think that you're rich because you have a whole bunch of awesome Tatis cards and they're going to be worth a ton of money, that's all imaginary wealth. You don't have anything until you sell a card and the cash is in your hand. So you can have a card that's worth $10,000, but what is it really? It's just a piece of cardboard until that turns into cash. So in the baseball card world, that is going to deflate the value of a ton of people's quote unquote wealth. If you collect wax from that era, if you collect the cards from that era, and you thought that you were saving money or saving up something that was going to appreciate in value, that's disappointing. But that's part of the game. That's happened over and over and over and over in the collecting world, not just baseball cards, but cards in general. A player's value goes up and it goes down, and it goes up and it goes down, and it crashes to the floor sometimes, and everything is that you thought was worth money is now worth nothing. You have to understand that if you're in this game. Fortunately, most people don't just collect one kind of card. Tatis probably represents 0.1% of my collection. So while it's disappointing, I don't plan on moving on. I don't plan on liquidating my Tatis collection. I'm just going to hold on to the cards. If you liquidate now, you're going to lose your butt. I don't know how low the cards are going to go, but I've already gotten messages from people, which is hilarious. Like, hey, I don't want my Tatis cards. Here's a bunch of cards. You want to buy them? And they're still trying to get like top dollar for them. Bro, it's over for a long while. Now, if he comes back, I can see his cards regaining value after several years. I don't know how long it's going to take. He's going to have to just crush the world when he comes back. They're going to have to win championships. He's going to have to do community service, and I don't know what he's going to have to do to regain the trust of people, but the dude has got to get his priorities in order. I can only imagine being 23 years old and getting a contract worth $300+ million. What do you do? And it goes back to the guidance situation. All in all, I'm going to wrap this up. It's already been long, but super, super disappointed. I'm still dealing with it. But spin it on a positive note. Lesson. Learn from this. Try to learn from this lesson. Don't put your faith in man. Don't have an idol that is man. We're fallible. We make mistakes. We will disappoint. Put your faith in God only. And don't use man as an idol that you worship. And if you don't do that, then you can get over a situation like this. I'm already kind of getting over it. It's not the biggest thing in my life. It shouldn't be the biggest thing in your life. Let's continue to enjoy baseball. We'll move on. Maybe he comes back and maybe he's awesome. Maybe he doesn't. There are other players to get behind. Baseball is supposed to be our pastime. It's our hobby. It's our enjoyment. It's our way to escape the pain and the stress of this world. To have that create stress is not healthy and it's not good. So brush it aside, move on with your life, have fun with baseball, and just try to be happy, try to be joyful, try to get over it. Find joy in something other than what a man can provide, which men fail all the time. And it's okay. We can move on. We can have fun. We can still go to the ballpark, get a hot dog and a pop, watch the team play, and maybe the Padres win the World Series, and maybe they rally behind this and win the World Series. Thanks for watching. and I will catch you all later.